Well, good morning. Good morning, everyone. If you're watching the replay, good day to you. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Health Check. Health Check, as you know, is where you're able to stop, take a minute, check in on you. Health Check is sponsored by Kingdom Health Connections. It's a health promotional, so it's all about promoting health here. It's a health promotional resource center where it's all about cultivating a culture of health, wellness, and healing for you and the entire family. Here on Health Check, you're able to get health tips, you're able to get health tools, education, information, and even some coaching all right through the process to ensure that you continue to lead this life in physical health. Because physical health belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to your children, it belongs to the generations to come. I pray that you're having an awesome day today. As you know, for the month of February, this Heart Health Awareness Month, we've been focusing on soul food. And as you've been following and partnering with me on this throughout this month, you know that this is a word twist. I did talk a little bit about some soul food and where it came from, but all of us have some form of a soul food. Whatever that food is, that beverage is, that's so dear to our soul that sometimes we can't do without, but it's probably leading us down a different direction that is not the best for us. So soul food is where it's at. We're talking about soul food and we're talking about building a healthier relationship with food as well. Well, I'm excited today, this morning, to be able to have a special guest with me. I'm going to bring her on now. Her name is Health Coach Shana. I'm so excited she's here with us. She's going to help me and partner in with me as we kind of push this topic along about having a healthier relationship with food. I've heard her talk about it before, so I said, why not partner with it? And let's push this forward because we all need encouragement when it comes to having a healthier relationship with food. Good morning, Health Coach Shana.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Thank
Hope
you for
everybody.
being with us.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
having
being
me.
with us. Good day, even if you're watching the replay, right?
Right.
So let's get right into it. Health Coach Shana, let's talk a little bit about this relationship with food. How really would you say is a way in which we can form? What does a healthy relationship with food look like from your standpoint?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, from my standpoint, a healthy relationship with food is just balance.
Mm,
It really is just balance. Oftentimes I see that most of us look at food with very restrictive mindsets,
mm,
and we don't allow ourselves to have the balance. And it could be from the extreme end of if you're not eating a lot of nutrient dense foods, you're just eating a lot of comfort foods, and not allowing and veggies and things to be in your diet. Or it can be on the opposite end when people are really super restrictive with, like, I'm not eating any comfort foods because it's not good for me, and that's all they think is health. But that balance is what really meets that healthy relationship with food. You want to make sure that you're mindful with it, right? It shouldn't cause anxiety or make you feel super
mm.
guilty. It shouldn't be obsessive or excessive. It should just be that nice, calm balance where you can be around it. And it's like, I'm eating when I'm hungry, I'm stopping when I'm full. And if I decide to have a slice of cake, I'm not going to take that cake with me in my mindset a week later, like I shouldn't have had it and I have to work it off in the gym,
Right.
but understanding that food has its place and its purpose.
That's so good. You said so many good things between the balance. So I must say, when it comes to, say, if someone's focusing on losing weight and
Mhm.
they're focusing on, because that's the biggest thing a lot of the time when it comes to food is losing weight or trying to get your numbers right.
Mhm.
So this is this goal that's in front of us, right? So then it's so easy to get into this restrictive relationship. So
Mhm.
you get into the do's and don'ts. And I know I've talked with you about that.
Yeah.
It was something about the do's and the don'ts of eating, like these
Mhm.
rules
Yeah.
that really govern how we eat
Mhm.
instead of us governing how we should eat, right? The rules are
Exactly.
governing. And
Mhm.
now, like you said, it becomes restrictive. So
Mhm.
may you even have with that, with someone being a little restrictive, you know,
Yeah.
maybe they're getting into the do's and don'ts. Any tip that you have with that?
Absolutely. One of my favorite things is give yourself permission. Okay,
Yes.
give
Good.
yourself permission to eat. When we allow ourselves, because we're humans, right? As soon as we start restricting something, we become rebellious towards. I can't have it. You're telling me I can't. I'm going to show you I can,
It
right? So
sounds like the
give
scripture
yourself.
that says, every time I try and do good, evil always comes
There you
right
go.
there, knocking on the door.
Exactly.
Hmm. Sounds like our human
Knocking on the
nature.
door.
Right.
Absolutely. So give yourself permission, okay? And
Mhm.
what I mean by that is, it doesn't mean, well, I can just eat whatever I want, when I want, and how much I want it. I mean, technically, you can, right? You can do that. I know it's a scripture in there that also says you can do whatever you want. Paraphrasing this, but it doesn't. It's not going to benefit you, right? So giving yourself that permission, understanding that I can eat what I want, when I want,
Mhm.
how I want it. But you know what? I also know that I want to love on myself. I also know I don't want to cause self harm or self neglect. So I'm going to make sure that I have that balance. So having that mindset of giving yourself permission takes you out of the mindset of restriction. And it
Absolutely.
allows you to open up and say, you know what? If I could have 3 donuts if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have that donut. I'm going to add some fruit on the side. I'm going to have a healthy fat as well, and maybe some water with it. I walk away with what I was desiring that's making me feel satiated, which was the donut. And I'm eating what I want, but I'm adding what I need, you know?
Right.
So having that mindset is better than just saying, oh my goodness, I'm on this strict diet. I want to lose 20 pounds. And I have to stick to here, there, and there. And you're driving yourself crazy. You're causing all of this fear and anxiety that really is taken away from the journey of health. This is not like a mission and
Lifestyle.
just a goal. It is a lifestyle.
Yes, yes. That's so good because um it makes me think of a training or a workshop or something of some sort that I'd set, and it talked about not get away from just subtracting, but go ahead and add, because
Yes.
it kind of works with that human, because we're human, right?
Yes.
It works with that human nature. Don't subtract, but just add this, like you said, just
Mhm.
add the fruit, just
Mhm.
add a little bit more. Then you'll
Yes.
start to realize that, yeah, probably, yeah, I can do a little less of this, but like you said, I become satiated because I
Mhm.
actually am eating what I desire, because it's supposed to be an enjoyable process. I love
Absolutely.
it. That's really
Absolutely.
good. All right. And the whole the guilty thing with eating, I think we
Mhm.
touched that, and that was good. So
Mhm.
tell us a little bit, what is a health coach? What does the health coach do? We'll start there.
Yeah. Awesome. So essentially, a health coach is just, I like to say, a guide on the side. So for an example, say a client goes to, the doctor's office, the doctor's like, hey, you've got diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, I'm gonna need you to change a few things up. Usually, for the most part, they just give pamphlets or brochures, or they may recommend you out to a dietitian or a nutritionist. And the health coach comes into play where we reinforce what the doctor said. Hey,
Mhm.
you're dealing with, cholesterol issues or blood pressure issues. I'm going to give suggestions to the client. Now, I don't cultivate meal plans and things of that nature. I just give suggestions because my mindset is they sit with me maybe 50 minutes a week, right?
Mhm.
They have a whole life to live. And I want them to be able to feel empowered to be
Mhm.
able to make those healthier choices. So, as a health coach, I educate clients. I really teach them the basics of nutrition. I believe when you know better, you'll do better. I
Mhm.
literally take them through what to look at in the food stores. When you go to grocery stores, you work from the perimeter of the store, right? Start.
Right.
I really just educate them with those things. And I'm a supportive guide. We come up with a list that's suitable for their lifestyle.
Mhm.
Everybody is different. It's not a one size fits all. Okay. So I support them with that. We come up with a plan for them. And if they feel like, you know what, coach, I can really do this, that's what I help them to stay accountable to their goals. I always say, even with sessions, it's important for you to work around your sessions. Make sure you're showing up. It is not just something where you're like, oh, I can't make it this week, because you're showing up for yourself. If I'm showing up for you to help you, to guide you, you're showing up for you. So the purpose is just to help people to stay on track of their goals, to teach them on how to live a healthier lifestyle, and to bring joy back into that mist. I teach from a mindfulness perspective and how
Mhm.
to heal even through the acts of self-love and care. Like I mentioned earlier, coming out of self-harm or self-neglect and things of that nature. So just that supportive coach on the side.
That's good. And with you being that supportive coach, it's like you're helping or working with the person.
Mhm.
Sometimes being a provider, or working in a healthcare system,
Yeah.
you hear some of your colleagues, and sometimes it can be very dictatorship and
Mhm.
do. And
Mhm.
I've seen it in practice, as I've shared with you, where between one visit to the next, numbers can go higher.
Yeah.
Numbers can go the wrong way because everyone gets focused on the numbers. But
Yeah.
then I see it,
Yeah.
and I love the concept. I love the role, you know, and I've incorporated it, but it's so limited in an office setting. But
Mhm.
it's like there, I see the need for a health
Mhm.
coach in a healthcare system. It should be a part of the system, in my opinion, because
Yeah.
there's this huge gap in between these 3-month appointments, these 6-month appointments, and
Exactly.
people
Yeah.
get lost in transit. They lose the desire if they're not internally motivated or don't have a support system or a community to
Mhm.
glean from, and they go the opposite direction. And they might not even come back to their appointment because they feel
Exactly.
guilty. And then
Yeah.
it's like this deep, deep ditch. And then now we're
Mhm.
coming back, and now it's stage 4, or we're coming
Yeah.
back, and now, yes, the very thing you feared of needing insulin,
Yeah.
or needing synthetic insulin, because our bodies do make it. But
Mhm.
now, yeah, you do have to inject because this is what's needed right now. But there's this
Yeah.
beautiful role called a health coach, where you can develop this personalized plan
Yeah.
to really, like you said, bring the joy back to leading this lifestyle of health and really moving forward in, just being your best self, and it
Yeah.
being balanced and non-threatening. That's so good.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
good. So, any last things that you want to share with us? Any last takeaways, even as it deals with the relationship to food, as we've been using this term soul food, those foods that's like, no,
Yeah.
I got to keep this close to me. Any last takeaways? And then how can we reach you? If
Yeah.
someone is
Absolutely.
like, what, I think that's what I need in my life now. That's what I need to help me in my lifestyle, to kickstart, to move me along, so I can get this concept going in my family. How can we reach you? And any last things that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So just speaking a little bit about the comfort food, I just encourage that whoever it may be struggling with letting go of the things, of the foods that they really hold dear, that they know that is not as healthy for them, to understand your physical hunger and your emotional hunger. Oftentimes, when we want certain foods, we're not even physically hungry, we're emotionally hungry. Maybe that food reminds you of a certain time in your life, an event in your life. Maybe it brings a certain kind of feeling. Maybe it brings a sense of peace. And I say a sense of peace because sometimes when we overdo it, we feel guilty, right?
Right.
Um, so maybe it brings something that you really desire. And I just encourage you, try to cultivate, come up with a list, a bucket list of certain things that you could do that will cultivate that same feeling. Maybe it's a walk, maybe it's going, I don't know, horseback riding or swimming, doing something that you really love to do that's
Mm,
healthy for you instead, that can still comfort your soul in a healthy manner instead of eating things that may comfort you in that moment but really destroy you in the long. And I mean, because honestly that's really what it's over
it
time,
does.
right?
Yeah.
So just understanding that mindset and ask yourself, am I emotionally hungry or am I physically hungry, and go
Absolutely.
from there.
Yeah, that's good. So how
Mhm.
can we reach you now? Now we need help, and we need that supportive guide. How can we reach you?
Absolutely. So you can definitely reach me. I have a business number here. Is There you go. Put it on the screen. Thank you. You can reach me there. You can shoot me a text, or you can even call me. It's fine. We'll set up a free consultation, which is a health history consultation. I'll send you some paperwork, some forms to fill out. You'll fill that out before the appointment. And then during the appointment, we're just going to really have a conversation. Just a conversation. With health coaching, for me, it's just me being a nutritional counselor for you, right? Just being there to support you. So, yeah, that's the way you can reach me. I'm also on Facebook as well, Health Coach Shana. You can reach me there, and YouTube as well, Health Coach Shana.
Sounds good. Well, we have the number here. And as you know, today, we've heard it. We have the choice today between life and death, blessings and curses. We call on all of heaven to witness the decision that you and I make today. Oh, that we would choose life by
Yeah.
living that balanced life, by eating balance, that we would
Mhm.
choose life. So not only we would live, but our descendants, that's our children, our children, our children's children, everyone
Mhm.
else connected to us would
Mhm.
also live as well. So we've got the choice today. Now go ahead and put hashtag I choose life and say how you're going to do it. Hold yourself accountable to that as we even go back and look at how you're going to do it and encourage you in this walk. If you have any questions, go ahead and email kingdomhealthtah@gmail.com. You can also place your questions here. We'll go back and we'll look at it. But I was so honored to have you today, Health Coach Shana, to be with us. And thank you for this. As you know, next week, Tuesday, 9 a.m., we'll be on Facebook Live on the Apostles House page, as well as the Kingdom Health Connections page, as well as the Kingdom Health Connections YouTube page. So you can also go over there and watch these lives and share with your family members and your friends. It's all about cultivating a culture of health, wellness, and healing for you and the entire family. I pray that you all were blessed today. We'll see you here again, 9 a.m. next week, Tuesday. Be blessed. Bye-bye.